It's Steve and Laura time. Let's go.
Greetings, hombre. Legendary law for your daughter is unrequited.
Okay.
Therefore, I shall remain here upon your roof until Laura Winslow sees the folly of her ways.
Isn't this interesting? This is interesting. I'm going to give you two perspectives here. Why do you think Steve is, so staunch right now, got all the juices flowing? I'm not moving. You're not about to budge me. You know what I'm saying? Why is he taking that stance? But and then if you think about when he says till Laura realizes the folly of her ways, this is very interesting. I wonder, now look, I'm trying to tell you, if y'all don't love Steve and Laura, we about to break this down for a second. Okay. Give me a second. I wonder if this has to do with their last two kind of involvements that they had, right? Going back to the dance, right? It was kind of an emotional thing, but they go and share that dance, and a lot of y'all just look over. I notice a lot of y'all want to give props to Steve and to Ted, and y'all don't want to give props to Laura, but that was a very big gesture what she did. And the fact that, it wasn't a casual, hey, come, I guess I'll give you a dance out of pity. No, like she was like, mic check 1 2 1 2. Do y'all hear me? I'm about to dance with this dude. Okay. Cheek to cheek, chest to chest. You know what I'm saying? And I'm wondering if that has a little bit to do with it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Steve, cause did you see Steve's face? Did you see his face? Laura enjoyed it too, but did you see his face? And then the other perspective I'm wondering too, is if Steve is looking at it like, okay, Laura, you're folly, right? He used the word folly. You were just with Ted. Ted just allowed one of the worst rumors about you to float on. You know what I'm saying? And I was the one that had to come and tell you and even kind of help you to get out of that situation. So you wonder if Steve is taking this stance now because of those situations. You know what I'm saying? Just a thought. Steve be doing too much with his mouth while he sleep. What is he dreaming of? Popsicles? Something. Look at him. What's he be doing?
Steve? Einstein, you
Look at it. You see what I'm saying? All the stuff he does with his mouth. But I'm trying to figure out, Steve, you don't realize your woman has stepped upon you. You don't feel her aura. Come on, Steve.
Steve!
She tried to do it the nice way, Steve.
Boy, that'll wake you up.
Yeah, she tried to wake you up the nice way.
Look at this, you almost killed yourself. I want you to come down from this roof.
Will you go out with me?
No.
Then here I stay.
You hear me say?
Look, you're wasting your time. I will never go out with you.
Oh, yes, you will.
No.
Again, I know. I'm trying to tell you, we're going to break it down. This is so much. This is so heavy. Okay, break down two things. One, do you hear Laura's tone with Steve? Her tone is serious, right? So some of y'all look at it as she's being mean because y'all just overlook and you need a hug and a snuggle. But no, what it is Laura is concerned for Steve, right? She is worried about him. He's up on this roof and she does not want to see him get hurt, right? So she don't have a jokey joke in her back pocket. She's not poking at him or nothing. She is very direct in the things that she is saying. But check out what Steve said, though. Remember, Steve just told Carl and Eddie that, I'm going to stand here until Laura realizes the folly of her ways. But you notice he didn't come like that to Laura. You notice that he came with the same, will you go out with me? She says no, and I will never go out with you. Yes, you will, right? That's the same way that he's always been. So it's just interesting that Steve realized he was smart enough to not come to Laura saying that, you need to recognize the error of your follies and all that. It's interesting that he didn't come at Laura like that.
Steve, this is crazy.
Mom, I don't care.
You don't care?
Men swim oceans, climb mountains, and cut across deserts for their women. The least I can do is sit on top of a middle-class track house.
Right on.
Look, the radio says we're in for a cold snap. It might even snow.
Well, let Mama Nature take her best shot. You want to know why? Because I'm a manly man.
Yeah, reminder.
I'm a manly
Yeah, reminder.
Fine, Steve. It'll be just you and the pigeons.
Pigeons? Who do they buy?
Steve's like, look, I can deal with the weather. I can be up on this thing by myself, but I'm not about to deal with no pigeons. Yeah. She wants some action. Yeah. Look at Laura's face like, oh, yeah, we know what that is, Laura. We know what that look is.
I see.
Then she did something crazy. Something weird. Something disgusting.
Oh, goodness.
What? She kissed
Yeah. That's what they look.
You to be her boyfriend.
Laura, I'm too young for that. For goodness sake, I'm still wearing underoos.
Right. Yeah. Too young for love. I'm too young for love right now.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have called Gwendolyn a duty head.
You call Uncle Steve names.
Ooh, Laura, he got you on that. But we know why she does.
Well, that's different.
How come?
Never mind.
What Laura just said there when she said, well, that's different. That was she's saying what I've been saying all along, is what she's saying to little Richie is, it's not different because they're older. It's different because she's more so teasing, and it's just the relationship that her and Steve have, versus little Richie was saying it, to be mean. And that's what I mean. I'm trying to show you what Laura says those things to Steve. She's playing around with him. She's poking with him. She's not really trying to be mean to him.
Gwendolyn really cares about you. And even though you don't feel the same way about her, it's not right to hurt her feelings.
Oh, gee. This boy and girl stuff is really complicated.
Little Rich, it really is, little Richie. It really is. Take your time, young man. It really is.
I think you should call Gwendolyn and tell her you're sorry for calling her a duty head.
I guess you're right.
Tell her you'd be happy to see Snoopy on ice with her, but just as a friend.
Hey, thanks, Laura. You sure are a good straightener out.
She is, huh?
Anytime, Richie.
Hey, where are you going?
I think it's time I start following my own advice.
I keep trying to tell y'all, man. Laura is a very logical person. Okay, y'all try to make her seem like, no, she's not what you're trying to make her seem. This is who she is. What's up? Back out with another video. And man, Steve is on his extreme mode right now, huh? But the one thing that I want to point out is kind of like I did before, where you can see Laura's tone, right? Like I said, she's not joking with him. She is straight serious. And a lot of people look at it like it's her being mean. And it's like, no, it's her being serious. You have to imagine what she's probably feeling, right? Like, you don't want this guy, you care about him, and you don't want him to get hurt. This boy's up on your roof. He can fall. He could literally die. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't want to give in, you know what I'm saying, or lead him on any type of way. So this I think this is a kind of a very hard situation for Laura. And for Steve, this right here kind of just reminds me of, it's one of my favorite songs. I think it's by Torrin Wells, and I think her name is like Emily Weisband or something, but it's called Love Too Hard. And the lyrics, man, this is just Steve, but it says, love too hard, be too honest, said, make too big of a promise, give too much, go too far. And someday somebody will love that you loved so intensely, so hard. And, and that's what Steve is doing. Steve is not, his love is not, dependent upon Laura really at all. Like, his love does not shake. It is not tremble. It is not, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't even, Steve's love doesn't even retreat, right? That's why these song lyrics are exactly Steve, and really an example of God as well. That's why it says that, God loved us before we ever loved him. God loves everybody regardless to what we do and if we love him back. And those are the greatest examples of love. And that's what you see with Steve here. Even though Steve knows that Laura loves him, the fact that she's on this roof with him right now and in this serious tone with him is an indication of her love for him. But she's maybe not loving him in the way that he wants right now. But does it stop him? Does it detour him? No, right? He loves him. It makes him go even more. And that's what the song was. So, yeah, man, I just, that it's just the greatest example of love. Love God, love people. May God bless you. May God keep you.